All right, y'all, we are back with another video. And man, more evidence is coming out and is piling up on Joe Biden. See, this is where it happened, is when Joe Biden, and he trying to take all the attention off him and put it on Trump. And like I said, he allegedly, I don't know if this to be true, but I've been hearing a lot of people saying it. Obviously, if you've been watching my last few videos about people trying to figure out was him and FANNI Willis working together to try to take down Donald Trump. Now, here's the thing. Like I said before, man, Trump, yeah, he did that mugshot, but look what that mugshot led to. Look how much money has been made off that mugshot. That mugshot will forever go down as one of the best mug shots ever by a president, man. And now this one right here is that we got we got two videos in one, so I want to make sure everybody please watch until the end. I appreciate everybody on my last video that watched the entire video with me. I appreciate all of you that left that comment. Thank you very much. And we got this video where more black people is speaking out against Joe Biden and why we all support Donald Trump. And then the second video we're going to check out within this video is that Jesse Watters and Judge Jeanine, which is my favorite, is going to speak and let us know that the evidence against Biden and his administration is starting to pile up. FANNI Willis exposed again. So like I said, make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Shout out to everybody who's been showing so much support. Everybody's been leaving positive comments in the comment section. And I also want to thank everybody who just clicked on this video for the very first time. Without further ado, let's dive straight into this. And let's check it out, y'all. Let's go.
No harm. And I don't give a who this offends. But if that Trump get convicted of this crime and he can still run for president, I'm voting for his. I'm voting for that. I'm voting for him. If that gets convicted and he can still run for president, just to see what the he do, because that funny now. Trump is funny as hell. I'm voting for him. I'm telling you right now, okay? So just miss me with it. Make America great again.
So I was watching these Trump videos of him getting arrested in Atlanta. And wow, it's very interesting what's going on. One thing I wanted to point out is that the hood is waking up. And what I mean by that is the lower income blacks that the Democratic establishment has been holding on to, even they're starting to see through the bull crap.
Hey.
So it's real obvious to everybody by now that they don't want Donald Trump to run for president. Yeah,
Nope.
They're coming at him with everything they have.
Yep.
But how dumb, how stupid are the Democrats and those operatives that are trying to keep him from running? So they've been arresting him, indicting him. Now he has what he wanted. He wanted the buckshot. I know people think he didn't want that. He wanted that buckshot because he's going to be able to raise a whole lot of money with the mugshot.
Yep.
And plus, have you all seen how popular he is becoming? How much money he is raising? How many more supporters he has in the black community and Hispanic communities? I think the Democrats, they've overplayed their hand.
They did.
Yeah. It speaks of desperation and really just stupidity. Donald Trump is winning, y'all. Even if he's convicted, nothing's going to stop him from getting more votes.
There you go. Nothing is going to stop him from getting more votes. Shout out to Benny Johnson. I will leave the original video down below in the description. And now let's get to this video where Jesse Watters and Judge Jeanine reveals that the evidence against Biden is piling up.
Will the real Joe Biden please stand up? The National Archives admitting that they're sitting on a treasure trove of over 5,000 emails where Joe Biden used a fake name. They could show that the big guy was actively involved in Hunter's shady business dealings. Known aliases for Biden include Robin Ware, Robert L. Peters, and J.R.B. Ware. I guess McLovin was already taken.
So it's just McLovin?
Yeah. That's badass.
It is badass.
Really
it's a
cool.
Badass name.
Yeah.
A lot of people have weird names nowadays.
If you think that's bad. Hunter Biden's grift seems to be going strong. The White House is refusing to rule out that the first son is still cashing in on his dad's name.
We know that from a Hunter Biden associate now that he's sold.
She don't want to
appearance
answer
of
no
access
questions.
to then Vice President Biden. Are you confident that he has stopped doing that?
That is a question for Hunter Biden.
Look
If
at
somebody
this.
is selling the appearance of access
That
to the
is-
White House.
that
That is
is-
a question for the White House.
No, that is your I don't know how you're perceiving
That's my
that.
reading of sworn testimony by Devin Archer. He said.
I am just not, Peter. I'm just not going to get into this. I'm just not.
She won't even answer Peter
The
questions.
evidence against Biden
That's
is piling up.
crazy.
But Democrats are finding new ways to embarrass themselves while defending the first family. Watch.
One day he's Sleepy Joe, the next day he's Corrupt Joe. I know people who are sleepy. I know people who are corrupt. I don't know anyone who is both. These guys just know that they are reflexively anti anything Biden's doing.
Are you confident when you look at what the Justice Department has done, when you look at the investigations into Hunter Biden that the Republicans have pursued up to this point, that there hasn't been any wrongdoing, everything's been above board?
Yes, I'm extremely confident. The American people know fundamentally that Joe Biden is a good and decent man.
All right, Dana, you were in the federal government. How often do people use alias emails to correspond?
I would love for the reporters who were in the briefing room when I was press secretary to revisit the stories that they did when there was this minor issue about people who were trying to do the right thing to make
This
sure
man
when they
used
were
fake
dealing with the
names
RNC,
while he was vice
they had a
president.
political job at the White House, dealing with the RNC, that they used the right email. It became this gigantic scandal. We answered all the questions. There was congressional testimony. You had to turn over all the documents. The RNC to this day still has all of them archived, and it turned out it was absolutely nothing. I would love to see the curiosity from the media on this one. I don't think that they're going to get it. And when Eric Swalwell
National
is your
Archives
first line
sitting
of
on
defense
5,400
for
Biden
a foreign
emails.
influence and fraternizing campaign, you are not in a good place. You are really not in a good place. And then he said, I can't imagine he could be both sleepy and corrupt at the same time. And actually, this might be something that Biden can do. This could actually happen. The other thing is, Jesse, I was thinking about you earlier because you've utilized the FOIA Freedom of Information Act request in order to get information for stories that you're pursuing. And it's available to the American public. It's also available to media organizations. And sometimes they use it. But in these particular stories, where have all the news nuggets come from? It's not from the media filing a FOIA request asking to find out if Joe Biden had aliases. It's coming from private organizations.
Yep.
Sometimes they're partisan organizations. That's also fine. It's under the First Amendment. But the media is so incurious, it really bothers me.
So what do you think he was hiding with 5,400 emails over
5,400
I come
emails.
from a different place than Dana, but for me, it's basically the same. It's a clear attempt to avoid any kind of transparency, sharing information allegedly about his schedule that includes issues of the Ukraine at the time when Joe Biden was the point man on energy in Ukraine. And according to the National Archives, 5,400 such emails, 5,400 such emails. I'll say it again.
Yep.
And it was during the years that Joe Biden was vice president, 14 and 15. Those were the years that David Weiss, the now special counsel, allowed the statute of limitations to run. The years that under the 1023, the Bidens were pretty much demanding $5 million and $5 million from Zlovchevsky, who was the head of Burisma. And by the way, who was copied on the email? The staff member is told to send it to Hunter Biden. And that shows that the immediate staff around Joe Biden knew that Hunter Biden was involved in this. We already know that Obama's people and Obama's State Department said, you got to watch out for your son. We all know he's a dirtbag, drug addict, sex-crazy lunatic. And he's flying around with you. And,
Come on, Judge
this
Jeanine.
has to stop. But, this is really, in the end, it's a story of a father's deep love for his son. And, who among us hasn't done 5,400 emails using a different name for any reason?
I know what your secret name is.
Now, see, that's the thing. Y'all remember what I said, though, that Judge Jeanine keeps it real. She calls it down the middle. I don't find Judge Jeanine to be biased at any point. I understand, like I said, she is a Trump supporter. She don't like Biden, but at the same time, this woman still calls it down the middle regardless. And think about this. That how Joe Biden lied to all of us by he didn't know any of his son dealings. He knew nothing about it. He said he don't get in his son business. And then it all comes out that Creepy Joe was lying to the American people. Lied to all of us. Man was using alias names when he was a vice president. The man ain't been good as he been the current president right now. He ain't been good at all. Like, it's crazy. Like, this right here is crazy, and you see that, like I said, that mugshot didn't do nothing, but it ain't doing nothing but just bringing Trump more votes, more support. Because think about it, Trump is still blowing up all over the internet. His Tucker Carlson, that right there broke the internet. That interview with him and Tucker Carlson broke the internet. His mugshot broke the internet. It's almost everything that Trump do. It damn near go viral. It almost like it go viral all the time. Joe Biden haven't did anything that went viral. Like, I mean, come on, man. Like, and like I said, I'm glad that more evidence is coming out. That like the only thing the Democrats were trying to do was try to put Trump on this telescope so they can take away from what Biden was doing. And now Democrats are coming out saying, hey, man, we ain't trusting Biden right now. I don't think we can trust him. I don't think we can. Now they losing faith in Joe Biden. So, hey, Obama scared. He already admitted that, hey, man, I don't think you're going to beat Donald Trump.
I don't want to ask. Don't say it.
So, Judge makes an interesting point. If now staffers were being copied on these emails, this is an administration-wide scandal. Would you expect House oversight to maybe subpoena some of these people?
Yeah, again, they're next. So they're going to, I imagine, do that. And it was the Southeastern Legal Foundation that asked for it a year ago. So in June of 2022, they say, you got these 3 aliases. Can you tell us what emails went out during the Obama years? And they said, okay, I'll get back to you, I don't know, a year. So we get back, and it turns out there's 5,400. We'll get back to you. We'll get them to you eventually. We know this, that 10 of those emails were copied to Hunter between May 18th and June 15th.
Coming out.
And so we also understand, too, that there was...
And now Republicans hey, nuh-uh, you know what? We need to see those emails. They want them emails revealed. No. Bring them emails to light. We need to see those. Y'all trying to do all this mess to Trump. So guess what? Let's turn the tables on you.
Explanation, when Obama had an alias, they said, well, we have to throw off the Chinese or would-be hackers by using a different email. And I'm thinking to myself, if we can't protect the President of the United States email, we're all doomed. No wonder North Korea was able to bring these movie studios down to their knees.
The man released
and
Biden's emails with
big
fake
surprise
names.
you went to me over Pierce because you like him better. And for me, I thought for sure you'd go to Pierce. He'd eat up all the time, and I'd have 20 seconds.
Because he's so long-winded.
He wanted you to be my warm-up guy.
Yeah, I guess.
Very smart of you,
opening
Jesse.
for Pierce.
All right, so
Lovely to see you.
Oh, we got Pierce Morgan up there.
Wind me up.
I didn't even know Pierce was up there.
The occupant of this particular chair on this show has to try and muster some form of defending the indefensible when it comes to President Biden and this scandal. I have nothing. Because this stinks. The whole thing just stinks. And I think with any political scandal, you go back right to the start. What's the nugget? What's the fact? What's the catalyst for all of this? And the catalyst for this is that Hunter Biden, with 0 experience, possibly less, lands a job on the board of a major Ukrainian energy company.
Yep.
And he gets paid $83,333 a month to offer his 0 expertise to this Ukrainian energy company. Just when his father is Vice President of the United States with special responsibility for Ukraine. If you just take that one fact at the start of this scandal, that is corruption. So everything that follows is unsurprising to me because you know there's a scandal, you know it's corruption, you know that Hunter Biden got that job because of his dad, you know they're making loads of money as a family. The Biden brand was fleecing Ukraine for gazillions.
But we can add something to this. It's not hypothetical. We know exactly, it seems in 2014, Hunter enlisted, according to the Daily Mail and emails that have been acquired, Boyce, Schiller, Flexner Group, this law firm, to go ahead and advise them how to stop the investigation.
It's funny how they was doing all of this stuff and did think it was gonna come to light. Think what nobody wasn't gonna never find out. Republicans, I'm telling you, they went to doing some digging. The same way these Democrats were trying to take down Biden. I mean, not Biden, but trying to take down Trump. Hey, the table, like I said before, the tables have turned. And Biden, Hunter Biden, all of them are getting exposed.
To the CEO of Burisma. Of course. And then Shokin, this guy gets fired. Shokin takes over. He continues, and they say, how do we stop Shokin? So that's why Hunter was hired, and he actually did something for the job.
And with all, with all these things, if you just
Devin
substitute
Archer was the one that
Biden for
exposed
Trump,
everything.
and this was Donald Trump Jr. with Donald Trump as the
It's the same story, by the way.
I know, but if you just subbed the two names round, what would all the people trying to defend Biden be saying about the Trumps if they had done this? They would have been screaming for impeachment, for indictments and everything else. Instead, there's a deafening silence. And that is, frankly, with the mainstream media in this country, I have to say that as a journalist, that is as corrupt as the actual scandal itself, that they're not treating this the way they would if it was someone on the other side.
But it's the same story that got him impeached. Rudy Giuliani was pursuing this story, and he shouldn't have, and they shouldn't have done it this way against the opponent. We know that. But this is the same story. They go, what was Biden doing in Ukraine? But Trump was calling up Zelensky, go, could you find out? Because I'm going to send my guy over. And that's the story. And now 2 years later, we're pursuing a story, and they're desperately trying to slow it down.
And, you know, one of the interesting things is that when you say that they hired the law firm of David Boyce, and then Shokin comes in, and they figure out they can't figure out a way to get rid of him. So Joe Biden says, I'll get rid of him myself. I'll leverage $1 billion.
And I'll brag about it.
Yeah, and I'll admit it on television.
It's a scandal, folks.
A provable one.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey.
Shout out to Fox News, man, with more breaking news. Wow. So as y'all can see, man, even more evidence is starting to pile up on Joe Biden and the whole Biden administration, man. But like I said, that's what they get for trying to take down Trump. Just trying to get this man put in jail, trying to cause an election interference. And hey, like I mentioned before, Trump ain't going. This man is going to fight. And all of this stuff that they doing is just making his win in 2024 look that much more good. It's the only thing they doing. But if you did make it to the end of the video, I really, really appreciate it because I did ask a lot of you at the beginning to please watch me all the way to the end. So if you did, please let me know down below in the comment section that you did. I would really, really appreciate it. Thank you very much because watching the entire video really, really means a lot to me. And like I said, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.